Welcome everyone to our Power Hour session with Niraj. I am not Niraj, my name is Jason. I'll be your host for today's
Yes.
session. And,
Yeah.
I'm hearing some people
I'm
speaking.
just
Who's talking to us here? Let's make sure we have our team that is muted. And I'm going to try something fun I've never done before. Since you're all here with me and you are using the chat, let's do a little responding where you guys can respond with the chat. So when I say hey, you type ho. Hey. When I say ho, you type hey. Ho. Oh my God, I've never done this before. And I knew if I do it with a group of people that are SOMIs, this will go on flawlessly. Much love to all of you guys. So excited to see you. And I want to see, since we're coming here talking about loneliness, let's do the first thing just to show that we are coming together as a group from around the world. Take a moment to now type into the chat where you're tuning in from. And we're going to have a look at that world map to see where are we standing from a global perspective, see where everybody is tuning in from. And look at that. We're going to have some people coming in from, this seems to be the Middle East. I'm assuming that's some Dubai spots coming in here. We have a lot of people in the UK, France, Europe. We have some people in Morocco, I believe. A few people in Morocco, Tanzania, I believe. All right. We got some Tanzania. And then, we got some Brazil or Argentina. We have some Chile. Claudia, I see you. I witness you. We have our resident mentor, master transformational coach from Chile coming in. We have Mexico. We have some Florida representing. I believe that is some Texas that just dropped in. California, Washington State, Oregon, possibly. We got some Midwest. We got some Central Chicago area. If I'm getting my geography right, I think I'm seeing some New York, Toronto vibes here. Some people right in the New England area. All right, that's on the coastline. Shout out to people out in Iceland tuning in. That's amazing. And so a global tribe comes together so we can have an amazing conversation with Niraj. Glad to see you now. Obviously, it's spotlighted, so most of you are going to see me. I'm going to take that away. So for all of you with a camera, take a moment to say hi. Show me the spirit fingers. Miranda, I see you. Dick Kerpel, I see you. Good to see you. Mary Jane, Christine, Anna, Lindsay. We got Petrie, Noel, Rachel, little peek there. I see you, Rachel. Emmy, good to see you. Emmy, where's your hands? I want to see your hands. I had an eyeball on you. Perfect. Good to see you. Awesome. Look, if you do turn on your camera, it's fun to see you. If you're feeling shy, I'm not going to stop you. That's fine. Show up as you are. Bring in your questions. Stay as high energy into the chat. Last thing I'll show you is a great way to react because not everybody can chat during these sessions. So if there is a chance for you to hit that react button, if you just hit it, it's going to send some heart. And of course, I welcome every heart you send over, and so will Niraj. But you can also choose a lot of different reactions, whether you want to send with effect, just send some reaction. There can be some hearts, different colored hats. You can even raise your hand. So there's a moment you can raise your hand if you do that. Often we can pick you, ask some questions from you if you are being brought on. And I'm going to do this since we're having some tests, having some fun, making sure we have some high energy. Before I bring Niraj to the stage, which for those of you, quick question in the chat, who's here for a first time? Like you've heard of Soma Breath, you maybe saw us online, maybe did some meditation. And I saw your hand, you seem like a first timer. You're in a safe space. MA as well, don't worry, we don't bite. Belinda, same thing. If you're a first timer, look, we're going to have some conversations. We're going to share some insights. We're going to have some fun. I know it's a power hour, but there's an internal joke here in SOMIs, which is power hour should be power hours, because Niraj usually goes over the hour because he just wants to give so much. But guess what? We do expect to be within 2 hours today, and we're going to have it jam-packed with content. So here's the final test I'm going to do with everyone, which is going to get all of the customer support here to go a little crazy. But I love to be able to welcome Niraj with a lot of energy. So I'm going to ask you all to unmute. Just say, welcome, Niraj. And we all get to do that in one shot before Niraj goes on stage. So go ahead. One, two, three.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Niraj.
Niraj.
Welcome.
welcome, Niraj.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Welcome.
And now I have to mute everyone because it gets chaotic, but that was awesome. Niraj, the floor is yours. I think the crowd's been warmed up and we're ready to hear from your power hour. So please take it away. Oh, you are muted as well, so we got to unmute you.
There we go. How are we doing? Can you hear me okay?
fantastically.
Cool. Yeah. Wow. Great introduction. Thank you so much. And it's very pleasant surprise to see one of my old school buddies on this call called Raza, or Darren. He has just surprised me by showing up, which is really cool because, you know, I always wanted to kind of get our message out to as many people as possible. And I was a very different person when I was like 14, 15 years old to who I am now. So to see it spread out to my old school friends is very cool. I mean, he's probably on there just to kind of poke some fun at me, but it's all good. I'm going to get him raving in a minute. Breath raving. Yes, yes. And all of you too. So let's get straight into it. So today's Power Hour is a topic that is quite close to my heart. It's really close to my heart, actually, because I actually suffered from this problem quite deeply myself. The problem of loneliness. Okay, and I was like, before I was preparing for this podcast, I wanted to just look at the actual stats, because I came across this one stat on loneliness that blew my mind, because it's so something that now I can't relate to anymore, because I have so many friends in so many different places, so many different countries around the world. But the stat is this, that in America, that it was something like 50% of people say they have less than one close friend. That just blew my mind. It's like the lack of connection in a place like America is just mind-boggling. So I feel like I've got lots of amazing connections and close friends now. It wasn't always that case. Like, there was many years ago where I was very alone. And I'm going to share a bit of my story of how I was able to kind of get over this issue myself. So let's just go through some of the stats just to show you the extent of this problem, right? So the WHO, not the band, but the WHO, the World Health Organization, estimates that 1 in 6 people worldwide experience persistent loneliness, contributing to 871,000 deaths every year. That's about 100 deaths every hour globally, right? Because of loneliness. It's wild. So in 2023, the US Surgeon General declared loneliness a national epidemic, and the WHO warned it could become a global epidemic, leading to dementia, heart disease, stroke, and premature death. Now, this is where it comes close to my heart, because my dad is someone who suffered from a rare degenerative brain disease, and he was an extremely lonely person, right? But by his own design, because he lost his job in his 50s, where he had a very high-flying job, and he was never able to get that job again. So he had to become a chauffeur and drive taxis. So it was a bit demeaning for him. It was a bit of a hit to his ego when everyone around us, all of our friends and family, are very successful in their own light. So he kind of went into his own shell and distanced himself from everyone, right? And I saw him slowly deteriorate as a result of doing this, right? He just didn't find his tribe. And it then turned into a degenerative brain disease. So I've seen it firsthand with my own father, right, which is a real sad thing. I was living in Thailand, and I wasn't able to spend as much time as I'd like to. So, it was a pretty tough situation. But this is really crazy, is that loneliness increased the risk of premature mortality by 26% and is as lethal as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, right? That's shocking. And loneliness affects more Americans than diabetes or obesity. So it has links to cardiovascular disease, stroke, dementia, anxiety, depression, and suicide, right? And now millennials are getting it, right? So millennials and Gen Z report the highest rates of loneliness, despite being the most digitally connected groups, Okay, you'd think that they have all this access to Snapchat and TikTok and Facebook and all this stuff, that they would have to get over this, but they haven't. So what I'm going to do is kind of see if we can address this problem, because I really believe that the community is the cure, right? That's my mantra. We say it a lot, right? The community is the cure, right? So let me just give you a little bit of my own kind of background and story, and then we're going to actually do a breathwork session together called Community is the Cure. It's one of my favorite sessions. And what it really celebrates is like my own journey of finding the tribe, right? Finding a sense of belonging. And anyone who's suffering from loneliness right now, and if you are, and if you want to kind of share, feel free in the comments just to tell us, are you suffering from this yourself? Or have you, or do you know people who are going through this? Yes? Yes, we're getting a few yeses. Okay, so yeah, and it makes sense, right? I mean, that's why you're on this call, but it's quite a common issue now, it seems. So let's just go back in time to when I felt really, really alone. Okay, and this happened towards the time when I was really very, very sick from a chronic illness. And I was forced into being on my own a lot. I was spending like 40, 50 times a day on the toilet. I spent more time on the toilet than I did off. And, I'm somebody who really likes connection, right? I love strong, deep relationships, right? And actually, this is a bit of a testament to my friend Darren, who's on this call. We have a Facebook group where these are like friends I've had since I was like 12, and we're still friends. Like, this is like how many years? Like 30, 40 years. We've known each other, and we're still connected, right? And that's because of the kind of people that I bonded with when I was younger, who are they're naturally a community-driven people. And I lost that element myself when I started to do a job I didn't want to do. I went to work in a pharmacy, and I was surrounded by people that I had nothing in common with. And I was very alone. I felt very lonely. And I'll try and solve this problem by going out and getting wasted and partying like crazy, really to meet people, to make friends, right? But, you're in a hedonistic, crazy state. You don't get deep connections usually. They're fleeting. So most of the day has been spent doing something you don't want to do. It drives you into loneliness. And I think this is what's happening at scale. A lot of people are doing jobs they don't want to do. They're surrounded by people that don't have the same interests, and it drives them into being alone. And then what happened with me was then I got very sick with this chronic illness, and I felt so embarrassed to go out. Like, you'd never know when you're going to soil your pants, right? Seriously, it's that bad. It's so embarrassing. Forget going on dates, right? Actually, I used to wear nappies sometimes. I remember going to a date once, which I mustered up the courage to do, wearing a nappy. And I was like, wait a minute, if we go home tonight, if I get lucky, this is not going to be a good look. So obviously that didn't happen, and so on and so forth. So I got very, very sick and depressed and alone. But then when I found the solution to it, and I discovered this practice of breathwork, right, and meditation, I found a tribe. The way I did it, and all I can do is share my story. I can't give you any magic answers or solutions. All I can do is tell you my own story, right? Which was the fact that I found groups of people who had a similar interest, right? Which was into meditation, into esoteric subjects, magic, mysticism, yoga, spirituality. And I found them through this one kid who was 17 years old, and he had a very popular YouTube channel. He had like millions of views on his YouTube channel. And he made these amazing, mind-blowing meditations. And I reached out to him and asked him if he wanted to collaborate on where I'd produce the music for his meditations. And that started a really great friendship where where I started to build the beginnings of what is now SOMA Breath. And he had a Skype group, right? He had back then we had Skype. And he had this community on Skype. And when I started chatting to these people, I felt like I was talking to friends that I've had, for my whole life. And we had such strong shared interests that I felt like I could just pour my heart out. And that's what helped me to change. I think it was a big part of my recovery was finding this tribe, right? And from that point on, right, I then just started to go to more networking events, community groups of people like-minded. So I went to internet marketing and business building events in the UK. And suddenly I found all these people who were like digital nomads, living laptop lifestyles. And I was like, wow. And then they became friends. And then through that, I met new friends. And what I did was I just followed my heart, or I let my heart guide me. And then I discovered the Mind Valley community. And Mind Valley is like a melting pot, concentration of very, very, very like-minded people who are all optimistic about the world. They don't see the darkness all the time. They understand it, but they don't focus on it. They focus on solutions, and they are building a better future for humanity. And I was like, wow, these are the people I need to hang out with. So that became a new community, right? I became very deep in it, and I contributed to that community. I didn't go in there trying to sell my stuff. I went in there to give value, and I added as much value as I could, completely free of charge, because I wanted to serve this community. I wanted to give value to this community. And it came back in so many incredible ways that I've now been the headliner of the Mind Valley raves, right? I mean, they're big events they do for the last 4 years, right? And, funny thing is, like, the whole of Mind Valley events have changed because I used to run raves in the UK. I used to have a 2,000 people rave, right? A super club in Reading. And that's the time when I had a huge, incredible tribe of very like-minded people. And I always longed for getting that back. So going from that to then zero was incredibly disturbing. And that happened to my dad, happened to me. Luckily, it happened to me at a young age, so I was able to pull myself out of it. And then in Mind Valley, I added so much value that we now have similar type events, right, as I used to have, with thousands of people, all connecting. And what I added, a secret element to what makes the Mind Valley event so special, is bringing the entire dance floor together with a group, coherent breath meditation I do before my show begins, right? And this added such an amazing element of getting everyone coming together, breathing together, because this power of coherence is something that is undeniable. It really is undeniable. When you breathe together, something magical happens, right? You connect at a heart level. This has been studied by HeartMath. They've shown this phenomenon of collective coherence and how your vibe rubs off on people when you're in a coherent state. And that the breath is the fastest way to recalibrate and get into that state, right? So then I was like, I need to get as many instructors out there into the world who can bring people together, get people breathing together, and then they connect, right? And then friendships get formed and relationships happen. And that's what's been happening with all of our events, SOMA Breath events, Mind Valley events, but also our retreats. Our retreats are some of the most incredible experiences that people go on where lifelong friends are made. Like if you see our WhatsApp groups of our retreats, they're still active after years, right? People make incredible friends and connections this way. So just to kind of like break down my method, and I wish more people did this, okay? And it seems like the kids are not doing it. It seems like the millennials are not doing this. And that is to find your tribe, right? Online, digitally, reach out, add value, and make friends and connections that way. So how do we find our tribe? Well, it all comes down to really knowing who you are in the first place, right? And sometimes people are scared to admit it. To admit that they're probably a little bit different in the way they think, act, do, than the people around them. And maybe they've outgrown their current environment. Okay, maybe they've outgrown it. So maybe they've moved in a different direction. So what you can do is to really start asking yourself questions like, in an ideal situation, right? And that's why we use this average peaceful day technique. If you were to think of an average peaceful day, right, in the future, maybe 5 years down the line, okay? And this average peaceful day is a day in your life that you can live over and over again. It's like an average day. It's not like some day with extreme peaks or lows. It's an average day, normal day you can live over and over again, right? Where you are living your peaceful life. So what would that look like? What would it feel like? What would it sound like, taste like, touch like? And you've got to go deep on this. And you've got to understand from this, what's your values? What's your real values? Like, what do you really stand for? All right? And by values, I mean things like your beliefs about the world, how you should even eat, drink, how you should play, how you should exercise, how you should work out, how you should do anything that you believe in. Like, you might realize that and this can create loneliness, that you decided you don't want to eat junky, crappy food anymore, right? And maybe at home, you're the only one who thinks like that. And I had this issue as well. When I started to discover healthy food for the first time, and I started to rave to my mum and dad and my brother at the time I was living with about my new change of diet ideas, right? They all looked at me very funny. They thought I was mad. So we're talking like, 2010, this is a long time ago now, when I felt like a total alien in my own house, right, with my family, because I wanted to eat something different. I didn't want to eat processed shit that comes in packets. We all know that's unhealthy now, but back then we didn't care about it. There wasn't so much awareness. And I used to get ridiculed. I used to get put down. I used to get made fun of. England is a bit of a put down culture anyway, but I used to get it doubly bad from my own family, right? Just for telling them, like, come on, let's stop eating Kit Kats every day. Let's eat something a bit more healthy. Let's make our own healthier versions. So for a long time, I went really quiet and I didn't share much to my immediate friends and family because I knew that I'd get shut down. And this is something you might need to think about as a tip, right? Which is like, when you find something new, right, and that you're excited about genuinely, and rationally it makes so much sense, keep it to yourself sometimes. If you know it's going to trigger people around you, because what will happen is that they'll put you down, and then you'll start doubting yourself, right? And then you may get convinced otherwise, or worse, you'll start to feel really lonely and isolated, right? So what I decided to do is I want to lead by example instead. And it's okay, right, to not share sometimes everything with the people around you. So I'm just kind of giving you a bit of a escape plan on how you can find your tribe. And so what I started to do was start to put out content, posts. I had a new Facebook group profile, which my friends and family didn't see. So I went secret on Facebook for a while, and I started to find a whole new friend circle that way, interacting in groups. The Skype group I was friends with the guy in America, Shaktipat Seer, and so on and so forth. And then eventually, I changed as a person. I actually started to make money without having to work on my in an office. I didn't need to go back to the pharmacy. I started to make money like through the internet. And then I was like, see ya. And I found an amazing tribe in Thailand, who, like some of my best friends who run SOMA Breath with me in that way. So by staying a little bit quiet until I'd proven that this stuff makes sense and it works, I was able to exit. And then over time, just with all the journey I've been on and the growth I've been on, like my old friends and family actually start to see, oh, wait a minute, maybe what he's talking about makes sense. And then eventually, as it always does, when you speak the truth catches up eventually, right? Now the media, everyone is talking about breath work, meditation, healthy food, diet, stop eating processed food, seed oil, all that shit that I used to preach about in 2010. Now it's become more mainstream, right? More people are aware of it. Took a while, but now I have found a whole new vehicle for what I do, right? I'm no longer that lonely pharmacist. Now, I'm not saying that anyone can do what I've done. Like it's not that easy. I really did some pretty crazy stuff to get to where I am today. I worked very hard for it, but I want you to think of the techniques, right? If you're somebody suffering from loneliness right now, which is, look, there's so many incredible groups and communities that you can tap into, and we actually have one. I'm really proud of our SOMA Breath community. I'm really proud of what we built, where we have such an amazing group of change makers, like people who have very optimistic views about the world, who want to make a difference and impact, and are just genuinely really good people. They're like any of the people who come to my retreats I've met in person. They're the people I'd have them stay around my house, would go for dinner and hang out, right? They're people I feel like I've known for years, right? Known my whole life. So I actually recommend, like, the fact that you're here, maybe it's the first time you've been here on a call with me, that give the SOMA Breath community a go, right? It's a really fun, amazing tribe. We love to dance, we love to play, we like to have fun, and we like to breathe together, and we love to do this breathing techniques that wakes the heart up, opens the heart, and makes you connect even deeper, right? So, on that note, right, what I'm going to do is actually, we're going to just do a bit of a dance party, okay, for a bit, and then we're going to do some, because I think what we need to do, right, the solution to this problem is we're going to change our state, okay? So when you're feeling really lonely, right, it really brings your vibe down, okay? Loneliness because we're social beings, right? We actually have this bonding hormone called oxytocin. And oxytocin makes us into social creatures where we need social connection. It's so important, right? And that's why I love my old friends. Like they are so connected, they're so bonded since they're like 12 years old. There's so much oxytocin in it. It's like a family, right? Of brothers. It's an incredible brotherhood. Been through so much crazy stuff together. I'm getting like emotional just thinking about it. But I want everyone to feel that sense of connection, right? I feel like all human beings need to have a daily dose of oxytocin, right? So like, let's say you don't feel it. Let's say you don't feel it right now. Maybe you're in an environment where you feel disconnected. You feel lonely. You're at work. You feel lonely, all right? What I really encourage you to do, like we have the SOMA Breath app where we have regular classes going on. There is an amazing instructors who lead phenomenal classes like this, and they do breath waves and breathwork classes. And then every Sunday we have our Breathe Together sessions. And these are the ways you can start getting in with the SOMA Breath community and engaging. And like for me, the first step was just virtually, right? Digitally. We didn't have Zoom back then. Zoom is amazing. It almost feels like everyone's in the room with me, right? But then we also have, in-person experience. We have our retreats. We have our workshops. And we have instructors' classes. There's nothing better than going to an actual instructor's class because you get to breathe together with people in person. It's amazing. That's the ultimate feeling, right? But the next best thing to that is these virtual classrooms that we do and sessions online. So to change your state, one of the fastest ways to do that, right, is to move your body, is to have a bit of a rave, okay? And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to play you one of my tracks that I'm going to play at Mind Valley, okay? It's very, very fresh right now, so let's just see how it goes. But it's such an uplifting song that I think is going to get everyone going. And it's a remix of one that you probably heard already before, those of you come regularly. So what I want everybody to do is to just get up and I'm just going to share. Seems like they've changed the sharing functions. What's happened? How do I share now? Seems like Zoom's changed a little bit. Host tools? No? Share. Okay. All right. Let's try it. Okay, so we're just going to get our body moving, like just freestyle dancing, get into the flow, get into the beat, and just imagine that you are with everybody right now. Just teleport yourself into a rave venue, the SOMA Breath Rave venue here in Ibiza with me. And we're going to test this out. Let's do it. Okay.
Me
such a work of art. When I'm with you, it's a celebration. You always have my appreciation. Your body, mind, and conversation. Your spirit flies and it's so amazing. Gets me high, 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 gets me high. You are amazing. A miracle of life. Pure fire blazing. Pure fire blazing. Your energy's divine. You are amazing. I have to tell you twice. What a creation. What a creation. Your spirit gets me high. You are amazing. Pure fire blazing. Your energy is divine. You are amazing. I have to tell you twice. Your spirit gets me high, 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 gets me high. You are amazing. A miracle of life, pure fire blazing. Your energy's divine. You are amazing. I have to tell you twice. What a creation. Your spirit gets me high, gets me high.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Yes. That's a little sample. I haven't finished it yet because it goes on and on and on. It just repeats. But you get the idea. What do you think? New track. Isn't that epic? Big tune. Big tune, that is. That is a hit. All right, so that's past the Mind Valley main stage test, yeah? Yep. Okay. Cool. It's going down. It's going down. I got some more. We haven't finished yet. I got some more. Don't worry. We got some more. But let's do a little bit of breathing first before we have a bit of a dance party for the end. But just check in with your vibe right now. Like, how do you feel now after that? Right? It's epic. So you can just stick on your favorite music and dance like crazy, and it changes your state like that, right? And then if we add the breath to it on top, it's even more powerful. Okay, so a typical SOMA Breath class is dancing like nobody's watching, right? For a few minutes, up to 10, 15 even, as a warm-up. Get your body moving, get the juice flowing. And then we go into a breathwork session, right? And the breathwork technique itself is designed to produce oxytocin, right? And because the oxytocin is produced, okay, and this is the magic of SOMA Breath, okay, right? Because the oxytocin is produced by yourself internally, okay, what happens is you get a different kind of deep connection than the one you get between each other. You get a divine connection. Okay, now look, it doesn't matter if you don't believe in God or anything spiritual or anything like that, it doesn't matter. But I like to have this belief, okay, that there is like a higher power or something beyond us, some higher force of energy that is the light that's guiding everyone. I just like to have that belief because it gives me a sense of peace from within, all right? But what I believe happens in these breath sessions, and this has been widely reported, and in the Cambridge University studies, this was commonly reported in the group, is that you get this connection to source, right? You get a connection to source. So this is like a connection that just erases the feeling of loneliness, because you feel connected to something beyond yourself. You get what I'm saying? You get connected to something that's like beyond this realm. And that's the guiding light that can get you through all the darkness and the tough times. Okay? And that's what's been fueling me the most. It's very hard for me to feel lonely now because I have this connection to source through this magical wonder of oxytocin that we can produce from within us. Okay? So that's what this session is going to be about. Okay? It's that community of a higher source that we can tap into. Right? Do you understand? You get that? Brilliant. Yeah, so let's do the session now. So to do the technique, it's very simple. I'm going to find a place you can sit down, get very comfortable. Yep. And by the way, oxytocin is also the chemical of transformation. It's what turns on neuroplasticity in the brain. So with oxytocin, with intention, we can actually reshape the brain in the image that we want, to manifest what we want. Okay? So you may have heard of neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, right? I believe that this is it's the science of magnetic attraction. It's what makes manifesting actually work, is the brain change on command. Because we are the product of the neurology, all right? That what we see on the outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. You know, as above, so below, right? As the Vedic saying. So unless we know how to change this brain, right, reality doesn't change, it stays the same. So with these techniques, we're using the breath retention phases, getting into intermittent hypoxia, we have the ability to wake up stem cells, and those stem cells with oxytocin goes into the brain through the pelvic floor movements that we're going to be doing. And this is all designed to change the brain on command. This is the secret of manifesting, right? So we're all going to do it right now. So the method is very simple. You're going to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth and keep a rhythmic breath in time with the beat. Okay? So this is very important that you keep a perfect rhythm with your breath. Keep that slow, continuous rhythm with the breath to the beat. It's that rhythm, the rhythmic breath, that produces oxytocin. Okay? So slow, rhythmic breathing to the beat, in time with the beat, as you're going to hear it counted, for several minutes. Then we take a deep breath in through our nose. Then we breathe out. Then we hold our breath after a full exhale. You can breathe out through your mouth if you want. Hold your breath. And you just completely relax the body. You can do this lying down or sitting up. If you're sitting up, just allow your chin to go to your chest, completely relaxed. And then you hold your breath to your maximum possible effort. To your maximum possible effort. Okay? If you feel you can't hold it that long and I'm still telling you to hold your breath on the track, then take a sip in, breathe back out, hold it again, keep holding. And you can repeat that a few times to get a bigger dose, okay? And then when I tell you to breathe in fully, you breathe in through your nose, take a deep breath in, hold your breath in, and this is where we use the pelvic floor, okay? When you breathe in, you contract, pull up the sphincter muscles, contract in, hold, and you make a kind of a feeling, an intention of moving the cerebral spinal fluid up through your spine, up into the head. and then hold. And then we hold until you get the first urge to breathe, and then we finish with a hum. Hum. And then that completes one round, okay? And there will be multiple rounds in this session. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? You got the gist of it? So it's very simple. All the technique is actually guided in the session. If you get confused or anything like that, then just go back to normal breathing, right? And come back in at your own pace. And just a few precautions. If you're somebody who's had a heart attack recently, avoid doing any of the heavy breathing, all right? Only do mild breath holds. Don't hold it to your maximum effort, okay? And if you're somebody with epilepsy, all right, then just be careful with this. Or anyone who has severe breathing issues where it affects your ability to breathe, do this with caution. And obviously if you're pregnant, okay, you do it with caution, okay? But generally, this, if you've got a pair of lungs and a beating heart and you can breathe, you can do this. Okay, so let's get ready. Let's begin. Get ready, seated or lying down. Just make sure I'm sharing again. So. Let's do it.
Sit comfortably with your back straight in an upright position, or lie down on your back in a place where you shall not be disturbed. And with your eyes closed, bring your awareness to the sound. That's right, any sound that draws your awareness in this moment. And the sound of my voice that shall be your guide on this journey. And notice as you bring your awareness to this sound, the words in your mind, the voice in your head, gently fades away, drifts away, taken away with it the pains, fears, frustrations and worries of the day, bringing you more and more present with the sound. That's right. Allowing your mind to become still and more present with your breath as you breathe in. You squeeze every single muscle in your body and then release the sigh of good feelings. That's right. As you become more and more present with this sound and this experience. And then again, taking another deep breath all the way in. Raising up both your shoulders, trying to touch your shoulders to your ears and tightening and squeezing every single muscle in your body. Squeeze tightly. That's right, keep squeezing and then release the sigh of good feelings, making you more and more relaxed, more and more present with this experience. That's right. I want you to imagine in your mind's eye right now there's a movie playing. And on this mental movie, your own creation, imagine there's a movie playing right now of a moment in your life. It could be one from the past, or one set in the future where you are surrounded by a community that you absolutely love. Love to be a part of, love to belong to and contribute to. And right now, you are celebrating life together in whatever way you want to celebrate life right now. Imagine seeing it, feeling it, becoming it. The collective energy of togetherness. Each and every one of you coming together as one tribe, one mission, to celebrate the joys and passions of life. That's right. Raise the vibe. Turn up the dial on those good feelings, good sensations of celebrating life with those you truly love, those you truly admire and respect, together in love. And notice as you breathe in a rhythm, you amplify this feeling of deep gratitude, love for life. That's right. So get ready. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. That's right. Keep breathing, keep connecting. 4. Out. Feel the love moving through you. 4. Into you, around 2, 3, 4. That's right. 2. Turn up the dial on those good feelings. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. Coming together in love. 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3. That's right. Out. Become one with the love. In. Of each and every one of you right now. 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Together. 2. In love. 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. Become the celebration. 4. Out. Celebrate life. Come alive. The energy. 2, 3. Deep joy. Gratitude. 2. Love for life. That's right. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. 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 In. All your favorite people together as one. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Living in harmony. 2, 3. Living in unity. 2, take a deep breath in. And breathe all the way up. Exhale fully and hold your breath after a full exhalation. Completely relax and become completely still, knowing that all this magnetic energy, the vibration of your entire community is flowing through you right now into every single cell of your being, fine-tuning you at a cellular level to the frequency of attracting your dreams, turning a dream into reality, a vision into the present moment. That's right. If you get an urge to breathe, when you feel that strong, deep sensation to breathe, you feel this energy building up inside, take a deep breath in. Hold and release with the tone. And breathe in, 2, out, 2, in, 2, out, 2, in, 2, out. This time letting go of the sound, 2, on your exhale, a sigh of good feelings, 2, sound of 2, out, feeling, in, 2, out, love, 2, in, 2, feeling, out, joy, in, 2, feeling, out, 2, a harmony deep within, out, the core of who you truly are, out, connected, in, 2, out, a community loves you, supports you, is a part of you. And now take a deep breath in and hold those words in. In this moment of deep inspiration, hold it in and send this energy up and up, pulling up the Shrini Mudra, pelvic floor muscles up, contracting, sending this light of the higher power, the frequency of truth, a command to the universe to bring you everything you've just seen and felt deep within. Yes. Release with the tone. And take a deep breath in and breathe out. That's right. Feel this energy waking up inside, becoming alive. Send this energy up and up, turning up the dial on those good feelings, good sensations. Yes, you are amazing, miracle of life. You already have everything you need to receive infinite love, health, wealth, abundance are all yours. Invite in the love, open the heart and breathe in, 2, out, 2. That's right, in, 2, out. Letting go of that breath of ecstasy, out, 2. That's right, in, 2. offer that love above. Breathing in the light. Breathing in this deep insight. Letting go of that feeling of ecstasy, joy, passion, of love. That's right. Feel energy. You are in the divine ecstasy. Together in love. Now, take a deep breath in. Hold. And take in those words as a moment of deep inspiration. And see, witness the light illuminating your vision. Make it clear, make it bright. Celebrating life, your perfect tribe. Because you are amazing. And release with a tone. That's right, getting ready to breathe, connect, liberate. That's right. Yes, deep letting go of that sound. Pure joy. Of pure love. That's right. Wake it up inside. Celebrate life, come alive. Let the inner dance move inside. As you celebrate life, the frequency of joy. See the smiles of everyone celebrating life. See them beaming out happiness from inside. That's right. Breathing in that light. That's right. Now, take a deep breath in. And breathe all the air out. And hold your breath after full exhalation. And go deep within your own mind. Imagining now that you are connected back into the source of all that is. White light coming through you, into you, around you. fine-tuning you at cellular level. The frequency of pure love, becoming a transmitter, creating a vision that will become the present moment as you allow the entire being to come into full alignment with the community, the tribe, the friendships, the loves, relationships, the celebration of life. Together as one tribe, one mission. And when you get that strong, deep urge to breathe, override that first urge and count down in your mind 10 down to 1. Or if you need to take a sip in, breathe back out, continue holding, going deeper and deeper to that state of eternal, ethereal wonder. And then when you feel that energy growing inside, tuning into you, around you, within you, radiating like a charge of a higher power, and you feel this growing, take a deep breath in, all the way in. Send this energy up and up and up and up. Raise your arms to the sky. Send this energy, collectivity, togetherness, community, unity, high, far and wide. And let go with a tone. That's right. Enjoy this blissful feeling as long as you wish. Coming back into normal breathing, knowing that as you leave this experience today, you shall do so with a new sense, positive energy, connected to the light, the higher power. And notice as you vibrate at this higher frequency of thought, as your heart becomes open, become aware of those who want to offer you love, support, friendship, those who share the same values as you do. those that make you feel really good, full of love, so you can become an even bigger giver of love, and allow them to come into your life, so together you can grow and expand this mission, bringing peace to this magnificent planet Earth. Much love and positive energy for the day ahead. Peace.
Niraj, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I can't seem to hear your audio. And I did see someone else suggest the same. And in the meantime, seeing the reaction and the thanks coming in. So let me go ahead and stop the computer audio. Try your sound again, Niraj. I believe it works.
How's that? Is that working?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Let me get this back in.
It does work, though.
Yep.
We hear you now.
So just taking your time, coming back. It can take some time to come around because it's quite a powerful session. So let's see how everyone's feeling. Beautiful, powerful, inspiring. Thank you, Claire says. Beautiful session. Needed that. I'm floating, Tiffany says. Challenging but worth it. Yep. Great session. Really enjoyed it. That was an experience. Cranial lift on inhale. CFS down the spine on the exhibition. Yeah. Okay. So a little bit about the technique. So are we supposed to pull up the muscles on every inhale? So the way you can do it, I call it the bliss pump. And this is where it gets a little bit more advanced, is to breathe in like you're breathing in through your pelvic floor, your sphincter, breathing in, contracting up, and letting go. Creates what we call a bliss pump. So you can use that as well on the rhythmic breathing part. Tiffany says, thanks so much. My message was to keep sharing love with others and then I will attract a personal love. 100%. Grateful I found you in Mind Valley. Breathwork has become a really important part of my life. Thank you, Pauline. Amazing. Beautiful feedback. So this is just one of many, many sessions we have. And yeah, it can be very good for switching the stress off. So Raza says, needed that after a stressful few months trying to find a job. Yeah, I can totally understand, man. Yeah, it's a tough time right now for that. So just connecting with the breath is an amazing reset and can just change your state and bring it back into balance, which then makes you more optimistic about things. And when you're more optimistic, you can start to see more opportunities and possibilities. That is, my friends, the secret to manifesting. That's it. Change your state because you attract what you feel. So that's why it's important we have things to change our state that aren't things that make us crash afterwards. Like a lot of people use substances when they're lonely, right? Alcohol, is a big one, right? I've stopped drinking. Like, I hardly ever drink. I have an odd glass of wine now and then. I mean, I live in Spain, so you can forgive me for that. But, you know, a lot of people drink socially because it's part of the culture. And then they get really wasted, and then the next morning they regret it. And then you have a crap day the next day because you're so hungover. And that's not the kind of highs we should be looking for, right? Because, okay, it's okay to get high, right? Especially when you're lonely, it's actually okay to get high, but get high on your own supply, right? Get high on your own breath instead, because that doesn't have to crash. You know, a lot of people, unfortunately, they eat processed foods, sweets, chocolates when they feel low, and then you get into this emotional eating problem. That's a problem of loneliness as well, right? We do a lot of things that we wouldn't normally do because we should love ourselves, but we do things that tend to make us actually feel worse for that temporary lift that it gives us, right? But with the breath, you don't have that problem. You get that lift, it lasts. You may feel this peak state now, but it turns into a state of peace that lasts throughout the day. And it's all natural. You can't run out of it. You never run out of stock. It's all there. It's your breath. And then you get to connect with people like this, and, you know, you can get involved. And so that brings me into telling a little story of our flagship course, which we actually have now had maybe 15 to 20,000 people go through it now. And it's even been validated by Cambridge University, right? It's had peer-reviewed research. And that is the 21-day awakening journey. So I do want to present that to you. Jason's going to go through a very special offer we've got, which I do believe if everyone does this, this is your gateway into a whole new reality. The whole course is designed to really be science of magnetic attraction, is to change this brain that has been programmed by society and culture, right, into becoming somebody that you don't want to be, to give you the power back so you can change this programming to move into a new alignment, right? And then when you get that mind, body, spirit alignment, you get into flow. And then when you get into flow state, you start to make magic happen for yourself. So that's what the 21-day awakening journey really is designed to do, right? It helps people who are in that lonely, depressed state better than anything else. So Jason, do you want to share the insights about this offer that we've got for everybody today?
I sure can. And first off, I just want to give some acknowledgement for Niraj guiding the session, sharing some wisdom. Any love to be shared with Niraj. You guys enjoying the Power Hour? I'd want to get some feedback, some reactions going. Honestly, it's always a joy to get to be an MC for the breathwork sessions, because even if I experience them very late in the evening, I always know that I'm coming to a resource that's helping me sleep better. And I also want to give a shout out for any of the instructors that are in the room. So if you're an instructor, a facilitator, you can just like give a shout out so we can acknowledge you. And one of the things that we do for anybody who's going on a journey to become an instructor is we know that they go through a personal transformation in the process. And the powerful way that they do that is through that 21-day awakening journey that Niraj is speaking about. So I'm going to take a few moments just to share you a bit more about it. There's a ton of graduates from the program that are here on the call now. So if you've graduated through the 21-day awakening, you can even share if it's a good thing, if you've had something come through, because we continuously get stories from people that had radical transformation in just 3 weeks. And if you've been trying to do a reset to the nervous system, you've been trying some different healing modalities, and perhaps you want to go through something with a community, which is really what we talked about today, is how the community is the cure. A powerful way to form a community is to go through something together. And there's nothing better than going through a healing experience together. And the 21-day awakening journey is exactly that. And it just so happened we were actually discussing just a few hours ago as we were doing this this Power Hour, we realized that in 2 days from now, on the 11th of June, is actually going to be the anniversary of when we first launched the 21-day awakening journey several years ago. And we said, well, why don't we do something to honor that, honor the people that came here to connect as a community, honor everyone who wants to go on a journey together. And so we're going to offer it for 60% off. You've seen a link be posted in the chat by our team. If you haven't clicked that link yet, go have a look. And in essence, we want to introduce you to this, which is a healing modality If you're brand new to Soma Breath, here's what you should know about the 21 Day Awakening is that it was so powerful from people going through that, so radical in the transformation it created, that Cambridge University started studying it in a peer reviewed study because they're like, why are people having such a profound transformation by going through this program? And what they've noticed is that some of the psychedelics people have used through a healing journey, like psilocybin or MDMA, had equal changes than somebody going through a breathwork journey following the Soma Breath protocol, going through this 21-day awakening journey. By the way, everyone who's sharing their stories that are just here on the call are a fraction of the number of people that have graduated from this, transformed their lives. And if you haven't had a chance to do it, this is going to be the best time to take action because at 60% off, you will notice it does not break the bank and it completely transforms you in 21 days. And you know, the best part of this is if you're someone that's like, hey, I want to say yes, I want to go through this transformation, but there's a part of you that's maybe a little doubtful, a little fearful. Our program comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. And that's because we know that if somebody goes through that 21 days, goes through the transformation, we want you to have that transformation. If we don't deliver on that, you can always get a refund because we're not here to do business and getting somebody to have shelf help, which is where you transact something and you don't do anything with it. We want you to actually be able to take care of yourself, but it doesn't need to be self-help neither. It actually should be a community help. And that's why when you do the 21-day awakening, don't do it as a self-study program. Honestly, at 159, it's a great deal, yes, but we're here to talk about building a community and going through something together as a group. Instead of $500, you're getting it for $199, and it has those online group trainings. To do it as a community is what was studied. It is the most powerful way to go through the experience. And so I highly, highly recommend you go through the 199 program. That allows you to have a mentor that guides you to go through it with a tribe and to have that lasting change that not only are going to transform yourself, but you're going to make peers and friends and people that are transforming along with you, which makes a powerful experience even better. And something that we've just recently introduced because people kept coming to us saying, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Well, for $497, you actually get the unlimited experience, which is as many times as you want to join the 21-day awakening, you get to join at the unlimited level. And that means you can join us training every single month if you so desire to connect with new people, to become one of the senior guides. And here's something I'm going to share for any of you who's on the call right now who are like, wow, I want to go through the 21, but didn't you just say that it's included in the instructor program? I'm even considering this. Here's what I'll tell you to do right now. If you're not already enrolled in an instructor program, but you want to do it, just get started with this 21-day awakening journey. Honestly, the personal transformation that you go through in 3 weeks will get you prepared and will give you the truth for yourself if going down a journey of becoming a breathwork instructor makes sense for you right now. You're going to go through it as you decide to become an instructor anyways, so you might as well start with this, claim the deal, and I'll make it even better. If you graduate from this program and by the end of it, you're like, I'm ready to become an instructor, you can book a call with our team and we'll discount you what you've paid for the 21-day awakening so you can continue on the next step of the journey so we can make this decision effortless for you. We really put these together so that you can have those 3 weeks of full transformation, clarity, and a healing experience like you've never had before using our methodology. And so we get to celebrate the anniversary together by passing the savings on to you, and you get to do it in a group of people that have just went through the experience together today. So I hope you guys enjoy the offer. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation of the offer, and we'd love to see some new students be able to graduate from this. I think it's one of the most wonderful things we get to give back to humanity, and we get to do it by providing a beautiful experience, a mentored experience, and we'd love for you to experience it. Niraj, was there anything that I've left out in the journey that you'd like to add?
So just to give you a little bit of an insight of how it works, just briefly. So it's 3 weeks of the breathwork journeys that are designed to take you on a journey, right? So it's basically based around all of the things that I've done, all of the techniques I practice over the years that helped me heal myself from an autoimmune disease. But not just that, but to, I believe, supercharge me in a way where we're able to build what we have with Soma Breath, to become a more confident person, have more self-esteem. I used to be pretty shy, timid kind of character back in the day. And if somebody told me when I was like, well, Raza will tell you, when I was like 15, 16, I wasn't probably the likely guy to be doing what I'm doing now. I had to change a lot. And that's what I'm talking about. Brain change according to will is the secret to manifesting, because I had to really deprogram myself. So the first week is all designed about getting you very clear on what it is you really want from a place of truth, right? Without somebody telling what you should want. It's like really self-inquiry. So what I've tried to do is distill a lot of the wisdom of meditation and self-inquiry, right, into a process. And the average peaceful day is part of that technique. Then every day you do what we call the daily dose technique that delivers a dose of intermittent hypoxia. This is what has all the therapeutic benefits of multiplying your mitochondria, neurogenesis through stem cell proliferation. It also helps heal inflammation in the body. And each day we progressively, each week we progressively increase the dose. So you start with 2 rounds of the breath in the week 1, then week 2 we have 4 rounds of the breath technique, and then the week 3 is 6 rounds. Okay, so that's when you're doing 6 doses in a day. And it's just 10 minutes for the first week every day. That's the minimum requirement. So it's not like a huge amount of things I'm telling you to do. And then the next week is 20 minutes a day. And then the week after that is 30 minutes, right? We all got 30 minutes to give to ourselves. But once a week, we do a live group breath journey with our most potent technique, the Soma awakening technique, with Kevala, which is the one that's designed to release emotions, take you into the peak states, psychedelic-like states where the real rewiring starts to happen, the meta-programming, right? So we have a more powerful session each week, with the third week being the now pretty famous week 3 of the 21 Awakening Journey that has been shown in Cambridge studies to have this effect that is similar to psychedelics like MDMA, ketamine, psilocybin, and it is very transcendental. It's very powerful, right? And you're encouraged to do these more advanced sessions at least 3 times a week, or at minimum once, but you can also do it every day. So if you're somebody who's very adventurous and you want to really maximize your potential with this, you can add on these more advanced sessions as part of your daily routine. We also have the movement, the dance as part of week 2 and so on. And what we do is we stack the techniques each day and throughout the weeks to give you a morning routine. Because the idea is that you don't just end after the week 3, you actually have a morning routine that you can start doing every morning that brings in things like anaerobic exercise. Anaerobic exercise is one of the best ways to exercise, to get fit, right? It's the idea of exercising with less oxygen. And that really stimulates your mitochondria, right? So we use these breath holding techniques while working out, doing fitness, like lunges and push-ups and other techniques whilst holding your breath, dancing whilst holding your breath and things like that. And it all adds on top of each other until you have this powerful morning routine that you really look forward to doing, all driven by our amazing music. And what happens at the end of it is because you connect so much with your group, you start to make new friends and connections very quickly with the people you've been on this journey with, right? And then that might inspire you to actually partner with some of the people you might meet on these calls to do something great together, right? That's what's happened in SOMA Breath, where people have like buddied up with each other. They've gone on to run retreats together, create businesses together, even, fall in love with each other. So lots of magic happens on the 21 days. So it's something that it's hard to put into words. It's something you better just experience. And as we said, look, you've got no risk, because if you don't like it, you can refund it, right? So I think that's enough said for that. If anyone has any questions, you can roll them up now. And we got like 30 minutes or so. What we could do is a bit more of a move in and dancing. I wanted to test out some of my new tracks. if everyone's up for it. But if anyone wants to just share, if they've got any questions, let's do a couple of questions. Jason, do you have
Awesome.
anything you want to share?
I was just going to say once again for everybody here, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. And in the meantime, I just want to do a shout out for all of our existing instructors. Just know that we might be sold out on the London event that's happening next week. If you still wanted to get a seat, definitely just contact us. We might be able to squeeze one or two more people. Our Austria event is almost sold out. So for instructors that want to go there, we'll be sending you an email, giving you some details about that. And so definitely just check out our retreats that are on the website. If you're planning to come an in-person event, know that they do sell out pretty early, so definitely check that out. And for everyone else, now that you've completed the journey that we did today, the community is the core. I saw that a lot of you were here for a first time. Know that now that you have become students inside of Soma Breath, you've experienced your first breathwork session, we'd love to next time introduce you as official Somies, which means you have been experiencing a Soma Breath session, you felt the magic, and so we can officially say that you are not new to Soma Breath, you are officially a Somi, and so we welcome you into the community as you still prepare your own. Okay, so no, I've been told London is full capacity, so no more London tickets available. And I will encourage you all to look at Austria. We do have a retreat happening there. A few tickets left. Austin, Texas has an event as well. And so just stay tuned to that calendar. We'll update you throughout. And yeah, for the 21-day awakening journey, that's the easiest way for you to go deeper. If you've enjoyed the experience of today, imagine in 21 days doing a daily practice, weekly deep dives. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So we highly encourage you guys to take that next step, especially with 60% off, makes it quite effortless. And with that being said, Niraj, I think we've seen a couple questions come in. So would you want me to pick a few off for us to read together?
Yeah. And before we do, I just want to read some of these feedbacks on the 21 days. Like BB, I think it's BB, says something pretty good. I'm trying to find out, just went past it. Here, somebody wrote, I did the 21 days in 14 days due to difficulty with the tech part. I had amazing coherent visualizations with archetypal and indigenous imagery, which was more refined and more detailed than I've ever experienced. And I've led people through breathwork since 2008. That's pretty cool, right? There was some more here. Oh, and this one's about the retreats. So the retreat I attended in Texas created lifelong friendships. The community is something I'm connected to forever. The 21-day journey was amazing. I will do it again. I mean, people want to do it again. That's so cool, right? So yeah, look, I felt transformation on the first week of the 21 Days Awakening. It's magical and easy. Give it a try. So just read through some of these comments. It's amazing. I love seeing these. I mean, look, Barry says the 21 days is why I became an instructor. So it's often one of the reasons why people actually go and become instructors, because they feel this power from it that they want to share, right? So that's fantastic. So let's see some of the questions.
I have a little fancy tool here for
Yeah.
anything with a question mark. I think I can pull up as a question. So I'm just going to size this up so we can have a quick look here.
You can also raise your hand. You can also raise your hand if you want to speak live on the camera.
Oh my God, Kel's sharing even the fact that she is alive today because of the 21-day awakening.
Wow. That's powerful. That is powerful. Yeah.
I wanted to highlight first off Christy Sylvester sharing the fact that Niraj, you're going to be traveling next week. You're going to London. There's a special event that's happening that's outside of Soma Breath. Did you want to share a bit more about this well energy and see?
Who here's in the UK? Who lives in the UK? Give us a little comment. Okay, like if you're in the UK, you have to come to Wellnergy on Saturday. So in Wimbledon, Raza, you're in the UK. On Saturday, I'm headlining a festival called Wellnergy. It's the UK's only real fusion festival where it's really cool music and experiences with wellness, right? And it's like kind of a hybrid. Like most UK festivals, it's a lot of debauchery, but this one is kind of a wellness fusion of that, and it's really cool. And last year, we made such a big impact that they gave us a tent this year. So we have a Soma Breath tent, where we have SOMA Breath classes all day with our amazing instructors. And then I'm headlining the main stage with one of my very good friends, Face Soul, who's actually the main headliner for it with the music. And he's one of the best live shows. His voice is just divine. So you get to see me and him, and then you get all these incredible other workshops that are going on throughout the day, and our SOMA Breath tent. So you must come to Well Energy. Seriously, it's going to be all the SOMIs are coming, all of our instructors coming. It's going to be filled with amazing people, and this is the chance. Like if you're feeling lonely in the UK, come to Well Energy. You're going to make so many cool friends there. Seriously. And it's in Wimbledon, so it's easy to get to. You just come to London, and it's just a tube journey away. So fantastic, amazing.
I even showed here that if anybody uses the code SOMA10, they get a discount. So get to save a bit of money in the process too.
And it's only like 30 quid, all right? Just nothing. So, it's like price of a few pints these days. So go for it. Love to see you there. Okay, so does anyone want to share any comments, or feedback or questions?
Well, I had while somebody waits to raise their hand, I was going to say, somebody asked a question about, is anyone researching the effects of SOMA breath on emphysema?
Not yet, but what we are doing is a follow-up study with Cambridge University again, this time on PTSD. So PTSD is, it's one of the causes of depression and loneliness and things, right? And so if we can make this study, which we will, into a success, this is our next step into a clinical trial on SOMA breath for the NHS. They're really, Cambridge are really gunning for us to get into the NHS, but they know that it's a long, laborious process. So we'll be doing the study. But let's just talk about emphysema anyway. Emphysema is it is a quite serious inflammation in the lungs that causes severe breathing problems. And here's the thing. So the technique of SOMA breath with the intermittent hypoxia, because of the stem cell activation and nitric oxide, and the fact it creates bronchodilation, you can actually improve your breathing with it, okay? I'm not going to say we can magically cure emphysema. We can definitely help relieve the symptoms, depending on how serious a condition you've got. Because some people with emphysema can't breathe at all. But what you can benefit from is the slower rhythmic breathing techniques we have on our app as well. And also our instructor. If you want to hire a SOMA breath instructor, they can take you through a protocol for slow rhythmic breathing that can really help with these severe breathing issues. Yep. Okay.
I did want to give a little acknowledgement to Teresa, who mentioned she'll be in a workshop in Bali. She's currently an instructor, June to July, and asked if there's a community here. Teresa, do connect with me. I am in Bali and would love to host you and get to have a coffee with you, so we get to meet some more SOMIs that are in the area. Raza sharing some posts as well. I think they're hosting some event, strengthening the lungs. We don't see any hands out. Let's see. I think people are excited about the PTSD research. That's going to be definitely a good one. Martin, I'll ask you to write to support about the track to know exactly which MP3 you're using, because every WAV file that we have is usually in very high quality. So I'm just wondering if you may be using the wrong file. Just write to support so we can make sure to give you the right quality file, especially in a WAV file that we know will be super high quality.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So I think let's wrap it up with a bit more of some moving and shaking. Who's down for some of that?
Give us a final drop of a beat.
Yeah, I want to play you a little mix of some tracks. So I'm just testing out my set for Mind Valley. So let's do it. That's what I love about this. I get to test out my new creations together.
I thought I was the only lucky one getting an advanced preview of the tracks. Now the whole tribe is getting in on it.
Let's do it. You ready? This is a new one.
Yes, Millicent, you will dance.
All right, well, let's get up, everybody. This is a deep one.
touches the earth. I'm longing for the lost love. I'm pouring tea into my cup, rejecting for the world. Down with all the same, trying to hide our pain. You think you could ever trust another, 'cause they're all like each other. We have to live in this world together. Open up our hearts, love can finally start. Come on and try, now's the time, 'cause you're free to do what you want to do. You got to live in your life. Do what you want to do. 'Cause you're free to do what you want to do. You got to live in your life. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect. You ready, Ron? I'm ready. You ready, Bill? I'm ready, Slick. Are you? Oh yeah, break it down. If I were you, I'd take them. Yo, Slick, flow.
I love my life. What? I love my life. I love my life. What? Come on, everybody, sing it. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. What?
I love my life.
Yeah.
I love my life.
I love my
Yeah.
life.
Love my life.
I love my life.
I love my life.
I love
I love my life. What?
I love
I
my
love my
life.
life.
I love my
I love
life.
my life. What?
I love my life.
I love my
All right?
I love my life.
I love my life.
I love my life.
I love my life. I love my life.
I love my life.
I love my life.
life.
I love my life. I love my life.
Yeah.
I love my life. In the car.
Let's go. Yeah. What?
I love my life. I love
Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Woo! Yeah.
That's right. I love my life. What? I love my life. I love my life. Right. I love my life. I love my life. What? I love my life. What? I love my. That's right.
All right, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Amazing. Thank you so much. It's been an epic session. And get involved in the 21-day awakening journey. Take advantage of all of our special offer today. And I'll see you at the next one. And Saturday for those of you in the UK. All right? Peace. Much love.
Awesome. Much love, everyone. Thank you, Niraj. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was awesome. You guys are the troopers that danced all the way to the end. I particularly enjoyed when we got to unmute you all and everyone created this unique reverb of I Love My Life. I actually feel like we should sample that.
Yeah. That was cool.
Oh, it was so good. With that, it is the end of the Power Hour, so we will wish you all a good afternoon, a good morning, or a good night, no matter what time of the day it is. You've danced, you've breathed, you've learned, and now you're going to be having a great day. And for those of you who have taken action on 21 day, you're going to have quite the transformation over the next 3 weeks. I did see a question from somebody who said, do I need to start right away? When you sign up now, take the advantage of the discount, and then you can choose when you want to start your session, whether that's this week, next week, or a couple of months. That is all up to you. Much love, blessings, peace. Take care, everyone.
Peace.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace. Laters.